Yo, so today's video we're going to be going over how you can measure your progress without a scale. Now, there's two ways to do that. Either you measure it based off of your looks or you measure it based off of your habits. Now, personally, I recommend doing both. I do both. For a while, my scale has been broken. So, the way that I've in the times that I've been locked in, the way that I've made sure that I am is by one, paying attention to how I looked in the mirror, right? That is the most important thing. At least, like, if you're working out for the sake of looks, like I am, the most important thing that you want to keep track of is how you look in the mirror, right? Even if your weight's going down, usually it's a good sign. But if you're looking worse, then obviously it's not a good thing, regardless of where your weight's going, right? So it's all about looks and then habits. Habits is the most reliable one, because looks, the issue with looks is that depending on like how realistic a vision you have of yourself in your mind and how many things of yourself you notice, you can either find yourself looking for the flaws or like missing them, right? Especially the more like obvious ones. Sometimes they take a while to come to fruition. Like if you're getting fat, you don't really notice that you're getting fat until you've gained a sizable amount of weight. Like it only really starts to show at a sizable amount. So like you only really start noticing like 5 kgs in, kind of thing. Why? Because like a lot of the things will be things that you're not paying attention to. Maybe your back's getting a little fatter, maybe your legs are getting a little fatter, and you're not really noticing until like your abs are gone, kind of thing. Like I've never had abs, but you get what I'm saying. Like it's not really something that you notice until you've been gaining for a while. So a good way, the best way outside of straight tracking to track your progress is your habits. As long as you're keeping your habits in tune, then you know for sure that you're making progress. So as long as you know you're doing the cardio, you're eating in the deficit, even if you can't like numerically see the scale weights go down, you know that like your weight is going down because you're doing the things that would make it go down. So that's like the most important thing, I think. As I said, ideally you're doing both. Ideally you're doing all of them. Actually, ideally you're looking at your habits, you're looking at your looks, and you're looking at your weight, and you're using all three of these to kind of see whether your progress is going in the right direction, whether you need to make adjustments, all that. But if you don't have that, I would say the best thing to look at is your looks, how you're looking. Check in with yourself, like seriously check in with yourself like once a week. Because your looks, as I said, your looks, it takes a while to change. And like if you're looking like day by day, there's fluctuations depending, like you might be more bloated one day or something. So I'd say your looks. And the most important one is just to track your habits. As long as you're like sticking towards the habits that push you in the right direction, then you'll reap the benefits of those habits. And you can be for sure that you'll reap the benefits of those habits. It's like if I was practicing doing math, right? And I was trying to, and I can't always be doing like a practice test or anything. But as long as I know that, okay, I'm practicing, I'm doing this many questions every day, at least you know that like you're getting the reps in, right? So the way that you track your progress is just, uh, you know, I said tracking the habits. And then there's other ways like if you're trying to like look at because this video is more about like fat loss in general. But if it's also about like muscle, then obviously you track the numbers, making sure that the numbers on your lifts are going up. Um, but yeah, for me the main way was just tracking my habits. The habits are the best. Like track your diet, track your cardio. Diet and cardio are like the main and only really things that you need to worry about in terms of like losing weight. Is diet, cardio. I only really pay attention to like protein, and even then it's like vaguely. Like I don't worry too much about everything. So yeah, as long as like you're keeping that stuff like on lock. I don't know. I feel like this video isn't like as long of a video as I thought it was gonna be, to be honest. Because like it's one of those, the answer's a very like simple one. As long as you just keep track of your habits, then you basically solve all your issues. But yep. Thanks for watching the video. As much as the video's shorter than I thought it would be, that is the video. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you. If it did, leave a like. If you have something to say, leave a comment. Share the video with your pet red panda. And if you want to see more, so subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.